Good morning and welcome to this first school assembly for the summer term. Hopefully you all had a really good Easter and it's great to be back with you this morning. I'm here again at St. James's Church, and let's start our worship off as we would normally start it off. First of all, we've got a cross to remind us that Jesus died for us, and we've got our candle, which I'm just going to light. And as we light the candle, it reminds us that Jesus is the light of the world. And of course, we've got our Bible, which is the standard by which we live by and helps us and directs us in life. So we've got a cross, we've got a Bible, and we've got our light. Well, Easter's been a funny time this year, hasn't it? I mean, thankfully there's some good news of being able to come out of lockdown, which was really, really good. Slowly, some of you might be able to see your grandparents for the first time, and guardians and family members. So again, all this was really, really nice. But for the nation, it's been a real sad time as well, hasn't it? As we've thought about, the Queen, our Queen, and how sad it was that she lost her husband, Prince Philip, His Royal Highness. And yes, a lot of people have lost people during this time of COVID. And I don't know whether you were able to see the funeral service on TV on Saturday. It really was quite a nice event. There was only 30 of them allowed in St. George's Chapel, and people sitting on their own. You've all probably seen that real sad picture where the Queen is sitting there on her own as well. She's 95 in a week's time, and he was 99. They've been together for 70 plus years, and it's a long time to be with somebody. And now, obviously, all of a sudden, she probably feels alone. So, in your prayers at home at night time, we do pray that you would pray for the Queen and for the family who are grieving, as well as other families that you might know as well. Now, for you at St. Thomas's, everything's all new as well, isn't it? Because you've now got a new headmaster who started with you today. Some of you might have seen him already, and we welcome him, and part of St. James's Church, we welcome him as well. And as soon as we can, hopefully in a few months' time when we're open up, we'll have you back into the church again. You'll see how we've done things so different now in the church. The floorboards have all been polished back, and the chairs have all been replaced with brand new ones. And so it's looking very different. So hopefully, by the end of the year, we'll be able to have school assemblies back in here. We'll be able to come into the school to be with you. You'll have end of year services in here as well. So there's a lot of things to look hopeful for. And that's what Easter's about. Easter's about being hopeful and looking forward to things. We celebrated the fact that Jesus rose from the dead and he is alive forevermore. And that's a wonderful thing that we celebrate. And so what I want you to think about today is all the things that we can be grateful for. The things, we've got parents and the guardians we need to be grateful for, our grandparents, our school, our teachers. Because there are many people in many parts of the world that don't have the chance to go to school, the chance to learn things. And so we need to be grateful for that. And for our dinner ladies and servers and that, because at the end of the day we all get some meals, some food to eat at school. Again, a lot of countries don't get food to eat. So we do have a lot of things to be grateful for. And one thing I also want you to think about is, this is a strange one, this is. You're all from St. James's Latchford School. You're all part of the church school. And this year we've not been able to run our confirmation classes that we would normally like to run them. And the confirmation class is a chance where you get to come into church and meet the bishop and be able to have a big celebration with your family and your friends as you become part of the church family. Now, some of you might not ever thought of being confirmed before, but can I ask you to start thinking about it for this year and for next year? It's a really exciting time. It's one that you can get dressed up for, and people normally buy you presents and all kind of goodies like that as well. So have a think about that. And the other thing I want you to think about is this church has been here. Well, the original church was from 1777, and we've still got keys for that, and one day I'll bring them in and show you. but we've still got the keys from the 1777 church. But here, we came here in 1829, and we're nearly 200 years old here at St James's. And over the last 200 years, we've had boys and girls just of your age helping out in the church services, or what they call is acolytes. And these are people who will walk in carrying candles on poles. I haven't got one to show you, there's not one around because we cleared everything away for Easter. But you get a chance to get robed up, and you process into the church with the priest and the other leaders of the church, and you'll be carrying your candles, and you walk with your candles. And we're looking at starting that again here at St James's. So if you want to do something that's been happening for well over 200 years, and you want to be part of that, then let your teacher know, and they can let us know, and we can meet up with you and your parents, and we can discuss the process. So that's one thing we want to look forward to. Other thing is, who likes singing? Put your hands up if you like singing. I know we can't sing at the moment, but again, we want to look at trying getting the choir back up and running again now we're coming out of COVID. So if you do like singing and you'd like to get robed up, and these are special robes, they're not just a kind of a cloak put on, but these are special robes that we put on, and you can help sing, and you'll be sitting up here next to the high altar, and you'll be able to join in with the singing of hymns. Again, it's being part of the church, not just part of this church, but a whole part of history. So if you really want to be involved in something that's been going on for nearly 200 years, and maybe you're thinking, actually, I could be part of that history, then again, let your teachers know, and they can contact us, and we can arrange to meet with you and your parents. So we're looking for acolytes, we're looking for singers, we're looking for servers, we are looking for people for confirmation. Now, theoretically, we would like the whole of year 5 and 6 for confirmation. And again, speak to your teachers about that, and we'll start running confirmation classes. But it's a real big event in the church life, because the bishop comes down, and it's a real big event in your life as well. It's you saying, actually, you know what, I believe in what I'm taught at the school, I believe in God, I believe what Jesus has done, and again, I want to be part of that. And that goes back more than 200 years, that goes back nearly 2,000 years now. So it's not a new thing, it's something that's always happened. So we'd like to obviously see all years, 5s and 6s, maybe even year 4s, having the time of confirmation with us next year. So again, have a think about that, and say hopefully we'll be able to come into the school and talk to you more about that. But it really is an exciting thing. Don't just think of it as an extra class, because it's not like that at all. It's time to have a big celebration, a big party, as the church welcomes you as a school and individuals in. I think I've said enough now for the first week back, but have a really good week back now. Hopefully you're not all overeating up on Easter eggs. I still have one left, so I've done quite good this year. I normally eat mine straight away, but I still have one left. But have a thought about the things I've told you today. Have a think about, could you be that next person to be part of the history for Latchford and St James's Church and St James's School? It'd be really exciting for you to join in with us. Right, should we say the Lord's Prayer together? So we put our hands together and close our eyes and pray the prayer that Jesus taught us. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory, forever and ever. Amen. Should we do the big amen? Amen. Really good to be with you all again. So we can't wait to come into school and sit down and talk with you. What I'll try and do over the next couple of weeks, I will bring out some outfits to show you what we'd wear as acolytes and the candles that they'd carry, and I'll give you a bit more story about that. And hopefully, like I say, it'll get you interested to be part of that, to be part of history for the 2021 generation of people. Have a really good week. See you soon. Bye-bye.